family members, friends, graduates, and welcome to campus. And it is fantastic to have our community back together. This evening, we are bound by specific guidelines for the gym, and we'll need to excuse our faculty. But before doing so, I invite the class of 2020 to stand and thank the HKIS staff and faculty from the lower primary, upper primary, middle, and high schools for their dedication and support of your education for the past 14 years. Graduates. Thank you, faculty and staff, for your dedicated service, especially during these unprecedented times. Back to you and have a good evening. Students, go ahead and seat. I'd now like to invite Pastor Joel Shivey from Church Hall Nation to the podium for our invocation.
Many times of celebration, of culmination of your time here, and of new beginnings. At HKS, we begin all things under the blessing of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please help me welcome Hugo Kuga, to the senior class president, to welcome everyone to this ceremony this evening. Hugo?
Good evening to our school board, teachers, parents, families, and the graduates of the class of 22. It is my honor to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. As I complete this important chapter of my life, I'm reminded of many who have helped me along the way, like my late grandfather, who I hope is looking down at me with pride. My grandfather grew up during the war and spent the latter half of his life battling several types of cancer. However, he was the happiest person I've ever met. One thing I remember so clearly about my grandfather is that every time my grandmother brought out the food, the grilled snapper, the fried rice, and etc., he'd always look at me and say in Japanese, "Hugo, your grandmother's food is the best food I've ever had." And he would always say that every single time. He, despite enjoying my grandmother's food countless times, never failed to appreciate what was special about it. He always saw the extraordinary in the ordinary every single time. Now, as a senior, I began to understand how precious my time at HKIS was, and this helped me begin to see the extraordinary in what I thought was the ordinary. Yes, this grade may be ridiculously smart and accomplished, but what makes us extraordinary is the fact that we are collectively underscored by our desire, commitment, and genuine passion to serve what is bigger than ourselves. The connections that go beyond small groups, the leadership that extends beyond this grade, and our commitment to service that takes us beyond this community. This grade, through numerous initiatives, have shown that we are capable of responding to unforeseen and extraordinary challenges, not with mere words, but with concrete actions, driven by our fundamental desire to make a change. Beyond our accomplishments, this class shares an extraordinary sense of community. Even through months of online school, we've been able to form connections that foster an unparalleled sense of spirit and unity. Sitting at the island, talking about the dream car we want to own in the future. Switching to mildly inappropriate Zoom backgrounds to test how much chill our teachers are. And turning the island into our own club on Spirit Day. Situations that once seemed ordinary, but looking back now, are truly, truly extraordinary. In fact, a casual and ordinary debate about whether Japanese or Australian beef is better became the genesis of an extraordinary friendship. My first friendship in HKIS with Sam Martin, who continues to be my best friend to this day. This is a story all seniors can relate to because we have created truly extraordinary bonds for the most ordinary situations, and we will see the strength of these bonds today in their tears shed as we say goodbye to this school one last time. How extraordinary is it that despite everything, we approach this moment not as individuals, but as a community, celebrating not only ourselves, but also others in this grade. Seniors, it has been an absolute honor to be with you all as we end this remarkable chapter. You've all impacted me in ways that I cannot possibly put into words. Now, truly, truly appreciate how extraordinary this class has been. I hope you will all continue to appreciate the impact this class has had on you. I love you all, and thank you. As I end my speech, I would like to welcome Mrs. Haskins, our faculty speaker this year. She has taught at HKIS for 15 years and was a teacher for 2 of my classes last year. Now, to be honest, and she does not know this, I was initially not the biggest fan of her because she was a proud and vocal New England Patriots fan. However, she became one of the kindest, most helpful, and most understanding teachers I've ever had. There is not a single teacher or a student who does not have the utmost respect for her, respect that she commands, not demands. We will forever be grateful for the legacy she would leave behind in this school and the impact she has made on all of us. Mrs. Haskins.
Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, graduates, faculty, members of the administration and of the board, and thank you to everyone who's joining us remotely. Most of all, I want to thank the parents, not just for being here tonight, but also for all of the guidance and support you've given the graduates to help them arrive at this moment in time. I'm truly honored to be invited to speak at this year's celebration. So, as I reflected on this class, I realized that we started our journey in education together about 15 years ago. You went into preschool, and I went back to school to be an educator. I think it's fitting that we're all finishing our time at HKIS together, and I hope you don't mind, but I kind of consider myself an honorary member of the class of 2022. I'm sure your parents feel like this time has gone by in a blink of an eye. You might be sitting there in disbelief that your high school years are coming to an end. Given your unique experience, some of you might feel like high school never really even began at all. We could sit here and lament all of the things that didn't happen in the last 4 years, all of the experiences that you didn't get, but honestly, what's the point in dwelling on things that were completely out of our control? Your high school experience has been unique. It has been unforgettable. It's even been historic. In fact, you guys have had no less than 9 first days back to school, more than any other class ever. Since every graduation speech should have a quote from someone famous, I selected a quote from Samuel P. Huntington. He is a political scientist and author of The Clash of Civilizations. Huntington said, quote, "Expectations should not always be taken as reality because you never know when you'll be disappointed," end quote. Your reality may not have been what was expected, but there's no need to be disappointed. In fact, we need to celebrate how your experiences have shaped you as young adults who are better able than any of us to face the challenges of the future. Your class quote is a little unexpected. It's one that resonates with all of us. I invite you to say it with me. Ready? Together, we fight the virus. We might chuckle at this choice, and certainly fighting the virus has been a big part of all of our lives for the past 3 years. This phrase, I think, has a more profound meaning for the class of 2022. The novel coronavirus is not the only virus endemic to humanity that plagues our world today. We face the virus of intolerance. We face the virus of populism. We face the virus of inequity. We face the virus of climate degradation. Just as plagues seem to cycle through human history, so do other forces that work to divide rather than unite. To fight these viruses requires a new way of thinking to mitigate their effects. Fighting these viruses requires resilience, adaptability, and togetherness in the face of obstacles. This is where you all can shine. The class of 2022 has already shown that they can be resilient. You guys remember taking AP exams at 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. Remember signing up for interims and just knowing they were going to be canceled? Yeah. You've all mastered the art of facing challenges head-on despite disappointment. You've found successes in a wide variety of new environments, a wide variety of new challenges. The class of 2022 has already shown that you can adapt. Remember going from in-person school to online school to half-day school to alternate day school back to regular school? You're nodding, good. So, virtual school has forced most of you to be more independent, more responsible, more able to adapt to a different way of doing things. Your lives are so outside of the box compared to mine. You have tremendous skills in adaptation. The class of 2022 has already shown that they can cultivate togetherness despite being apart. Remember online community gatherings? Remember creating ensemble pieces even though you played or sang completely alone? Yeah. Remember students leading out on seminars on inclusion and mental health? Remember Lawrence and Zach singing about being 18 and 22? Social interactions for you guys have become precious commodities. Instead of closing yourselves off, you've opened yourselves up. You proactively reach out to your peers. You lift each other up. You openly discuss difficult issues. You remind each other that you're not alone. Resilience, adaptability, and togetherness. Now your class has a special meaning for rat tests. Your unique experience in the past 4 years is your vaccine against the viruses of this world. Your vaccine will help you to listen instead of preach, to include instead of exclude, to connect instead of disconnect, to show gratitude. You are protected so that you can make the most of your opportunities without fear of severe illness. You are the future that will help mitigate the viruses that threaten our world. Here's a poem I often share with the graduating seniors, and I think it's particularly relevant for this class because your journey has been down a road not previously taken. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair and perhaps having a better claim, because it was grassy and it wanted wear. Though as for the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads to way, I doubted I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and it's made all the difference. Wherever your journey takes you next, whether you stay here in Hong Kong or travel to the US, the UK, Canada, Korea, Japan, or even Denmark, I wish you all the best. I am so proud of what you've already accomplished. I cannot wait to see where the roads you've taken, where the roads you've chosen take you next. Remember, we fight viruses together. Congratulations on your graduation.
Next, I'd like to welcome Dr. Ron Rockema, our head of school, who at one point or another was the principal for many of you. Very good.
All right, who remembers 5th grade? Anybody? I see you. Welcome class of 2022. It has been a long time since we've all been together, and it'll be a long time before we're all together again. But know that the next time we meet, you will come together as alumni. As I look back at my own high school days, and that was pretty far back, I remember my days of playing sport, hanging in the courtyard, which would be like the island here, with my friends, doing musical numbers in the 80s, 90s. Now you guys still play that music. It's still good, but it feels different. There are a lot of memories rather than cornerstones. These are not just memories, these are cornerstones of who I became today. Every year I get the chance to meet HKIS alum all over the world. They remain connected whether they're in college, through their professions, or even some in marriage. The time that they've spent here at HKIS has helped them form a bond, the same bond that's formed between your class. And it will be different than you ever could imagine. Before entering the ranks of alumni, please let us all remember to thank your teachers and your administrators who have facilitated, pushed, and at times had to drag you to where you are today. Let's give them a big round of applause. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize your first teachers, your parents. They promoted your interest when you were young. They insisted that you study harder, that you go for support. They also, for the past 15 years, have stood next to you and helped you get to where you are today. Parents, you're not done yet. However, you've done a great job of getting them here today. Let's give them an applause. And now I'd like to be the first to congratulate you, the class of 2022. You have excelled in the face of adversity and will be known not just for your leadership, but for your kindness that you've shown the school. Thank you, seniors, for leading us through the last year, showing us how great we all can be in difficult times. Congratulations, seniors.
Over the past year, there have been moments of uncertainty, including the ability to even sit together in this very room today. But we made it happen. And I want to thank our parents, our facilities team, staff, faculty, and anyone else who helped us along the way for supporting these graduates and making this evening happen. In 1968, HKIS had its very first graduating class of 28. This evening, we celebrate 173 students as the 55th graduating class. HKIS has a strong tradition of students who begin as primary students and then continue their journey to finish as graduates. At this time, graduates, please stand and remain standing if you started HKIS in R1 or R2. R1 through second grade. R1 through second grade. Grades 3 through 5. Grades 6 through 8. Grades 9 through 12. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022. Thank you. Be seated. Class of 2022 tonight represents the culmination of many years of hard work and dedication to one single cause: to receive your high school diploma. During your time as Dragons, there have been trials and tribulations, but you made it. With the love and support of our entire HKIS community. This evening, our graduates are wearing a traditional Chinese pattern symbolizing balance and wealth. And over the past 4 years, they have strived for balance and achieved wealth in the form of friendship, experiences, and education. Class of 2022, you have shown infectious excitement, amazing school spirit, developed new clubs and courses, but more importantly, you've chosen to be kind. As Dragons, each one of you contributed to building a culture of respect while celebrating the individuality of each other. You chose to focus on being inclusive and bringing important and challenging topics to the forefront. And though some of these discussions were difficult, you handled the conversations with grace and kindness. Class of 2022, you've chosen to be kind. While some of your classmates were outside of Hong Kong, you looked for ways to support one another. During the college process and APs, you wrapped your arms around your classmates and reassured them that everything was going to be okay. You could have worried about yourself, but instead, you chose to be kind. When you had to sit behind plexiglass to eat your lunch by yourself, you understood the importance of keeping others safe and keeping our campus open. You could have been defiant, angry, and frustrated, but instead you made the best of a challenging situation, and you were kind to those of us having to enforce these awkward rules. Thank you for ripping up those cool cards on the first day of school and bringing a sense of togetherness and building this culture of kindness. As you leave HKIS, and perhaps even Hong Kong, I hope you will remember our school as a place of comfort and warmth, a site filled with memories of hanging out, late night study sessions, and heated debates, performing for your friends, family, and laughing with our faculty and staff. And now, you are part of the history and legacy of the other 54 graduating classes who have paved the pathway for future dragons. While this may seem as if your time here has come to a close, this is not the case. Although you will be moving to the next chapter of your lives, keep HKIS close to you as a symbol of dedication, love, faith, and kindness. Make sure you come home and see us from time to time. Send us an email, say hello, or swing by campus to share a coffee with a teacher. Hopefully not behind plexiglass. You're an important part of our school, and just as you have benefited from those previous graduates, continue to be the part of the future of this school. Class of 2022, it has been an absolute pleasure being your principal, and appreciate the connections we have made together. And tonight is the ending of a chapter, but it is not the end. So in closing, instead of saying goodbye, I will simply say thank you, and until next time. And now, class of 2022, it is time for the presentation of diplomas. On behalf of the HKIS High School faculty, I hereby affirm that the members of the class of 2022 seated here before me have successfully completed the course of study prescribed by Hong Kong International School. By the responsibilities vested in me by the Board of Managers, I am proud to present the HKIS class of 2022. Seniors, we will now acknowledge you and award the diplomas.
Michelle Ahn. Sanjay Ane. Lorraine Au. Anjisnu Basu. Tristan Nicholas Bennett. Zachary Birkencotter. Richard Guchigo Boyle. Not in attendance, Oliver Broga. Richard Kane. Aria Ann Campbell. Tony Dongli Tsao. Anumega Chakraborty. Not in attendance, Julia Beatrice Tir Chan. Kyle Chan. Ryan Chan. Hayden Chan. William Henry Chan. Ashley Chang. Ishan Charasia. Audrey Chen. Ellington Chen. Arita Lee Akam Chen. Jesse Chen. Justin June Chen. Chen Xiaotong Michelle Chen. Geneva Lucia Cheng. Oliver Chung. Jonathan Chin. Kaya Chanapi. Allison Cho. Ina Cho. Not in attendance, Junha Choi. Sean Choi. Ronly Chow. Lucas Sienu Chua. Niall Sham Cordes. Cole Basas Crosby. Abigail Lee Davis. Megan DeWall. Yao Pearl Ding. Anthony Jiao Ming Du. Felix Dijkerhoff. Laszlo Dor. Not in attendance, Asier Escura Gonzalez. Hayden Fahey. Chimang Feng. Emerson Fox. Naughton Fung. Ira Gorawara. William Monroe Gotten III. Jashia Gupta. Benjamin Lee Heaney. Nadia Ho. Hang Pui Christine. April Young. Jason Ng. Not in attendance, Aru Inukai. Not in attendance, Kiara Tien I Jong. Not in attendance, Simran Jolly. Lawrence Kahn. Rohan Philippe Kapoor. Peony Jashin Ho Kavoris. Hiroko Kawase. Amris Aaron Kim. Ajin Kim. Hayden Unha Kim. Christy King. Ellie Suman Ko. Kiefer Ko. Vikram Krishna. Yugo Kuga. Yui Kurosawa. Anna Kwan. David Kwan. James Winky Kwong. Ella Lattiborn. Jonathan Lai. Kate Lai. Eunice Lai. Edward Sheklun Lai. Olivia Karen Valley Delamont. Eden Lau. Ethan Lee. Lauren Lee. Nakyang Lee. Justin Lee. Alex Lee Trudeau. Drew Lika. Elizabeth Marguerite Lees. Maurice Lung. Carolyn Brooke Levy. Athena Lee. Madeline Alexandra Lee. James Everest Liang. George Lim. Lee Hung Nicholas Lim. Hannah Lynn. Zichi Liao. Alvin Liu. Noah Livingston. Aiden Vincent Lowe. Camilla Liu. Lenny Lua. Hayden Joel Hoyan Ma. Sean Harris Maddox. Paul Muhammad. Elana Mack. Samuel Joseph Martin. Thomas Mazlia. Dia Matthews. Not in attendance, Ronan Meany. Nadia Miller. Not in attendance, Isabella Maudlin. Robert Morris. Not in attendance, Nadine Mudd. Aiden Nye. Jonathan Patrick Nye. Myron Pak Hoon On. Connie Lee Nguyen. Alexandra Allegra O'Brien. Tyson Pan. Emma May Pang. Sanaya Elavia Parek. Park. Jae-Rung Park. Laura Hee-Sun Park. Not in attendance, Sun Young Sarah Park. Tae-Wan Park. Ingrid Pearson. Sophia Lynn Peterson. Camille Picard. Etta Russell Pierce. Shrika Panavolu. Sean Poon. Chloe Chin Puyar. Matteo Federico Ream. Augustin Redon. Sophie Robertson. Carolyn Sophia Rom.
Zachary Roosley. Gabrielle Natasha Santoso. Subin Shetty. Michael Shum. Ritika Singhal. Dhruv Sareka. Mia Reiko Tagliera. Raisa Tahil Ramani. Joshua Tai. Hope Tan. Christian Tarala. Benjamin Paul Ting. Alexander Tom. Catherine Ruth Tronzer. Not in attendance, Sam Tronzer. Chloe Tianyi Zed. Juan Lucas Espiritu Umali. Leo Umensky. Ethan Ang Van. Andrew Venot. Caitlin Wang. Alexander Warburg. Beckham Robert Wilson. Not in attendance, Bayard Inglis Weingard. Elizabeth Wan. Antoinette Wong. Sophia Samwayan. Ryan Yao. Chansik Yoon. Jasmine Yu. Cece Yu. Eric Zhang. And Navia Zhang.
I now present to you the graduating class of 2022. Please help me welcome Sophie Robertson to the podium as the class of 2022 speaker. Sophie?
Thank you, Dr. Loveland, for that wonderful introduction. Board members, administrators, faculty, loved ones, and finally, the illustrious class of 22. I want to begin by saying that it is an honor to speak to you tonight. I spent a long time, and by a long time I mean 1 whole week since I found out I'd be doing this last Thursday, reflecting on the past 14 years I've been at this school, trying to decide what is important enough to mention in the time I have today in our last few moments as a class, all together in one room. And I thought I'd tell you about a daily ritual we have in the Robertson family household. Every night for the last few years, after I've finished the work I need to do or want to procrastinate on what I still haven't done, I run down the stairs, grab a snack from the kitchen, and sit down next to my dad on the couch. He grabs the remote, turns off the TV, looks me right in the eye and says, "Okay, tell me." And I will give him a much too detailed synopsis of my day. In freshman year, these conversations could play out in one of 3 ways. It was either, "Fine, good, I did well on my math test," or "Okay, I got my hum summative back and I didn't do great." But over the last 4 years, I've noticed that what I consider worth talking about has changed. Actually, I can't remember the last time I brought up grades. Instead, I will talk to my dad for hours about the interactions I had that day with the people around me, mostly you guys. School became more than a means to an end. This year, I came to school for the deep conversations I'd have with people that I'd never consider my friends. I came to school because I found myself enjoying working on projects with new kids that before then I had never spoken to. I came to school for the uncontrollable fits of laughter we'd have in class, and I kept coming back because not a day went by where I didn't find myself pleasantly surprised by the members of this community. It was the moments when we do more than the bare minimum of just showing up and learning, making an additional effort to reach out and connect with one another, that stood out to me when I reflected on the highlights of each day. We'll likely only remember the big things and forget the little ones, but it's the latter that have given our time here substance. This has been the hardest thing for me to come to terms with. Yes, there are bonds I've built that won't be altered by distance, but the people I will miss most are those of you that I formed connections with that I may never see again. If one good thing came from having to go momentarily back online in February, it was that COVID really highlighted the difference that reaching out can make to our relationships. The day the government announced that we'd be transitioning back to online school, we suddenly went from being in constant contact with everyone to not seeing anyone at all for an extended period of time. And though COVID quite literally gave us a reason not to reach out and touch hands, we heeded Neil Diamond's words and refused to let the virus hinder our ability to stay connected. You might even say that together, we fought the virus. As graduating propels us into another period of uncertainty, I hope we remember how human contact and reaching out gave us strength through pandemic time. There are people in this room tonight that I used to be close to and have not spoken to in years, because neither of us wanted to be the first to reach out. And I don't want to make the same mistake twice. And because I cannot imagine a better place and time than here and now to hold myself accountable, I'm going to make a pledge. 10 years from now, when I remember one of you and think, gosh, I haven't seen them since we graduated. I wonder how they're doing. I promise I will reach out. Those of you who know me well know I'm not the most forward person, so this is actually a big deal for me. But no matter how socially unacceptable I might tell myself it is, to text someone out of the blue after not talking to them for 10 years, I will reach out. On that note, I'd like to pose a question. Before we leave for next year, Is there someone you want to reach out to? Are there people who've made an impact on your life that are unaware of how much they mean to you? Someone who might have helped you through a moment of weakness that you never thanked. You might even want to tell your kindergarten teacher, hey, I graduated today. Regardless, I invite you all to make a pledge of your own and be the first to reach out. If it feels awkward, by all means, feel free to blame it on me. Just say, Sophie told me to reach out to somebody, so here I am. And hey, if the worst case scenario happens and it doesn't work, you're graduating. You'll probably never see them again anyway. So, who is the class of 22? Well, we are the first seniors to intentionally take last place in the class video. We're also the only class at the high school that has experienced interim, and the last students with any knowledge of what the flying squirrel was. But these alone are not the reason we made a mark on this school. Our lasting impression exists because of the different faces that will be remembered when people at HKIS think of this class. They'll be reminded of the group that made an entire feature film over COVID, those who helped rewrite the Constitution, and the people who helped raise $82,000 for our interim partners back in March of 2021. They'll look back and smile as they think of the athletes, the leaders, and even the vloggers that helped shape the overall identity of this grade. The people who constitute this class are the reason the impact we had on this school will not be forgotten, and why I will always be proud to say that I'm a part of the HKIS class of 22. Before I bring this to a close, I think it's fair to say that this is not something any of us could have achieved by ourselves. To the administrators, for doing everything in your power to ensure we had the best senior year possible despite an abundance of challenges, we are immeasurably grateful. To our parents, thank you for never leaving our side as we faced the ups and downs of high school. Your unwavering support and encouragement has made us into individuals who are not only proud of what we've accomplished, but eager to do even more. To our teachers, you are the heart and soul of this school. Thank you for taking the time to build relationships with us that we'll remember for the rest of our lives, and for recognizing potential in us that we often fail to notice ourselves. To the staff, cleaners, security guards, and other unsung heroes, thank you for servicing our food and taking care of our school, keeping the campus a beautiful place where we feel welcome. To any current HKIS students, you are not overlooked. Thank you for adding your own personality to this incredible community we are so sad to say goodbye to. But one piece of advice, don't assume you know everything. I've been here since R1 and only discovered a few days ago that there is a bathroom in the auditorium. Also, good luck trying to live up to the legacy that this class has left behind. But most of all, thank you to you, the graduating class. It's been a privilege watching our grade develop into something truly special, and I cannot wait to watch us make waves wherever we end up. Thank you for being the class that smiled at each other in the hallway and cheered at each other's achievements, for valuing interpersonal relationships over all else, so that no matter how much we're separated by time zones or continents, we will always feel comfortable reaching out. Over the last few months, I've thought about this day and anticipated being very, very sad, but I'm doing surprisingly well right now. My comfort in saying a temporary goodbye is contingent on all of us upholding this unspoken agreement we've just made, to continue pursuing the relationships we have built and close any gaps that start to form, despite how large they might seem. I sincerely hope that your names continue to come up in my daily recaps to my dad. Hey Dad, remember this person? They reached out to me today. So make that pledge. Reach out to that person. Don't let the time we've spent together count for nothing. Even if we don't talk all the time in the future, we are still friends, and a part of our identities will always be that we were in this class together. If you ever need help or just want someone to talk to, reach out. I'm sure the other person will be very glad you did. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie. Please help me welcome our madrigal singers under the direction of Ms. D. Houseman to perform North by Ryan O'Neill. Madrigals, come on up. I now invite Pastor Joel Shivey for the benediction.
Congratulations, you're here through your own hard work, the love of your parents, and God's grace in Christ. May those gifts follow you your whole life. Receive now the blessing of the Creator that He has spoken upon His people since the time of Moses. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace.
Now we'll begin to close our ceremonies. I invite Hiroko Kawase, the HKIS presiding officer, to present the graduating class. Hiroko?
I think it's safe to say that all things have expiration dates. From the milk in your fridge, the mask on your shelf. So I guess high school is no exception, and it just so happens is that our class's expiration date is today. But when we look at our class, I don't think we're defined by this end date of May 27th, 2022, but rather the spirit and how we spent the past 4 years. The spirit and how we chanted 22 since the first period day in 2018 when we lost so miserably, all the way to our very last one when we won it so victoriously. The spirit and how when we saw something we thought we could change, we just boldly did it. We made films, started businesses, published books. Man, is our class talented. And above all, the spirit and how our class so wholeheartedly loved our friends, family, life, and each other. I refuse to believe that those things, the laugh, the boldness, the hardness, and the care, the defining spirit of our class, is something that will expire when the clock strikes midnight tonight. So before we turn our tassels in a moment's time and embark on our new adventures, I hope we begin to see that our class or our high school or its memories doesn't actually expire today. That whether we're together or apart, this spirit can always be found within us. So to the incredible graduating class of 2022, congratulations and thank you to our parents, siblings, family members, and faculty. Thank you for the lessons, the spirit, and above all, the memories of being together. I love you all, thank you. May the class of 2022 please rise. May we move our tassels from the right to the left.
Congratulations, class of 2022. Once a dragon, always a dragon. Live in the moment, lean on your faith, and continue to be kind.